Welcome back to the final game of the match day here on Rival Series B stream. Underwater Squad and Baguette Squad will be heading off today. Underwater Squad with their win against Team Vertex earlier in the day. Baguette's swept by ARG at the very beginning of the stream. And so they're nicely bookending our broadcast over here. They had a tough time against the ARG Baguette Squad. Really, it was down to ARG just not allowing Baguette Squad to do anything. Underwater Squad might be a different beast. Well, Ocelon right now is popping off for Underwater. It's still, I don't think, will be the same amount of pressure as ARG put on them. Baguette Squad, Underwater Squad, your thoughts, gentlemen?
So looking at this one, you're saying it's not the same amount of pressure. I think it's a different kind of pressure, if that makes sense here, Jam, where essentially the Underwater Squad are a lot more linked up and they're less ferocious, but more clinical. And Baguette Squad will have a problem with that, but naturally Baguette Squad have had the last, say, 2 hours or so, about 1.5 hours realistically, to go away, get their heads set, maybe do a couple of scrims with some of the RORS teams that haven't played today, or, they would have gone scrimmed with Vertex, whatever have you, and come back into this warmed and readied up, ready for this one, because they know dropping it against ARG, they've got to correct that wrong, because they're going to be wanting to move on to 4 wins, and we're not even going to be given any time here, Jam, sorry. The players aren't waiting around for us.
No, they're still testing the server.
Are they still testing?
Yeah. See, Bacon has this really bad habit of just looking at teams out of the server and it's like, oh no, we're going to go quick. No, it's fine. It's good. You can keep going.
It's just a weird one because they already tested the server, so it's weird with a second test. I don't know. Not used to that, Jay.
Making it absolutely sure. So they say, we want the competitive integrity to be as best as is. So if the players are requesting something like that, it's going to be going. So, Jay, do you think the Underwater Squad should be taking this one against the Baguettes, or Baguette's potential practice and preparedness for this last game? They've now had, indeed, the time to not only immediately fix all of their mistakes showing after their poor showing at the very beginning of the day.
Yeah, I'm on the side of the Underwater Squad for this one. Just because of how good they looked against Vertex. They looked genuinely like a dangerous side, not just for like a lower level team, but like I think a lot of like higher level teams as well probably have to take a look at these guys and be a little bit terrified. And the Baguette Squad earlier today, they didn't have the best of performances against ARG. Those matches were pretty one-sided, pretty slow as well. Baguette Squad just weren't linking up. I don't feel like they were there to play. And by comparison, I just feel like Underwater Squad are looking like the much better deal when it comes to this matchup. So I hate to be that kind of guy, but I feel like this is going to be an easy sort of affair for the Underwater Squad.
Yeah, but you look at this, Jay, and you're saying about the big teams being scared. Underwater Squad have faced the big teams. It's Discombobulators in the very last week 6, 2 weeks away, where they have to be scared. And then, of course, if Underwater Squad can somehow sneak 4th spot away, then maybe the others can be scared because they'll go into the playoffs. But for here, it's got to be a win. And Underwater Squad, the redemption here would put them 3 for 3. And then that, like we said, will just pop them on into 6th space and near enough steal that spot away from Baguette Squad, which would be massive for storylines.
Well, for the final time today, Bacon, Jay, the field is yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Jam. Yes, let's jump into the final game of the B stream for today. On the blue side, it will be the Underwater Squad, appropriate. And on the orange side, it will be the Baguette Squad as we get ready to make this happen. One more best of 5 to close out the rival series for EU this weekend. It's Ocelon with control to start things off of that backboard. Big miss from Swoopin, and Lorty instantly into punish. 9 seconds in, it's Underwater Squad with an opening goal.
Oh no, there's got to be trauma on the side of Baguette Squad to get scored on this quickly. You got to think, after losing that game earlier, the series earlier, being 3-0 takes a massive toll. They'll look to get a quick response now, otherwise it could just be a bad day at the office. Nice work here though. The setup from Rizal across net was brilliant, and Yukis can finish it off.
Nicely done from Rizal there with a nice counter response. That is much better. Much better on the part of the Baguettes. They will need this to work even more so for them. It's Bilbo into the orange half to try and continue the pressure here. Ridgewall and Swoopin up and over into the corner now. It's Yukis Off to the backboard as Rizal tries to control Bilbo. The breakaway and eventually leave it out to one of his teammates to come forward. In the end, just bouncing out towards that corner board. Lorty is there for receival. Take that ball high up towards Oslan. Big miss on his part though, so Rizal can continue the attacking force here, and Baguette squad able to play around the underwater squad pretty confidently at this moment in time. They've still got a couple of things they have to worry about. That backboard is pretty decently lined up though, so not many. Oh, swooping, the cuts off, and Oslan almost got the block in, but it will be a second goal coming through for the Baguette squad.
Yeah, I saw Bilbo stick downfield, not coming in for that one. Expecting Oslan to get there in time, but no, swooping just too fast. Cuts out, like you said, Jay, and drops that one down. 55 seconds on into game one. It's 2-1, 3 goals already. This looks to be a fair bit of a goal fest. Defense is thrown out the window, but attack, attack, attack is the main course for today.
Shots coming through from Bilbo. Lorty there to receive. The demos are not going to be enough there on the part of the Baguette squad because the defensive fails, and we're back in evens once again.
Ah, I love being correct. Attack, attack, attack. Defense a little shoddy on that one. They're caught off guard and positioning not quite right. We'll see what happens from here, Jay. Where it's all evened up, teams could probably start quieting down now. You can see Swooping just wanted to pop that off the wall. But it hands it on over the Bilbo. Ritual with a very awkward touch, but it works.
And Swooping with that 50-50. It's challenged off by the defensive and play off to the backboard for Lorty. And Bilbo will leave it for Oslan instead. Play it up high once again to the backboard. Can receive a second touch as well, continuing that inside the box. Will be played out to Lorty as he rotates back over to the blue side defensive. No follow-up counter-attack coming through from the underwater boys. It's bounce up over to the corner. UKIS losing out that 50-50. That's a dangerous ball as well. Rizal has got to come in with the save on that one. He will be successful in doing so, but Bilbo, again, the unrelenting pressure from him and Oslan has been able to punish their opponents earlier today. We're going to try and reciprocate here against the Baguette squad so far.
Just going to say, Jay, as well, naming-wise, Underwater Lads. It's Baguette Boys. Let's try and not get that all confused up, eh?
Look, right, you got two teams that have the squad name, right?
Yeah.
Well, you've got to find a way to distinguish them because Underwater Squad and Baguette Squad is going to get very, you know, audibly very repetitive, you know.
It is.
But it will be fine. Bilbo and Lorty here to the corner as Lorty gets that pinch out. Rizal can pass up to UKIS as he plays out towards the box. Good receive there from Swooping as he tries to swoop in and go for the shot, but not to happen. Rizal also beaten out by Oslan. UKIS will set it up. Rizal actually there to receive it. Big miss on his part, but Bilbo and Lorty both in the same place. Right place as well as Oslan continues the attacking force, blocked off by UKIS. So rotations coming in thick and fast from the Baguettes, not allowing any opportunities for Underwater Squad to take a lead.
Yeah, Rizal now, I'm liking this. After seeing he's lingered it. A little bit of Whiff City going on. No one wants to connect with that ball, and Oslan getting the chance to just run it away. Swooping's really late to that one. Only just getting a touch. But no one wanting to follow through from Underwater Squad. I'd like to see him get a bit more aggressive and in the face. But Bilbo just taking a step in. It's been really peculiar from both sides. No one's felt 100% comfortable, have they, Jay?
Bilbo doing his best with what little he has. He's got a bit of a boost management problem. He's always run out by the time he gets towards that orange half. So Lorty goes up and over into the backboard. Swooping, pinching away. Rizal trying to find something to work on here against Oslan, but Oslan has the majority of the presence and pressure. Beaten out by Rizal in the end as that ball gets a little bit of a lighter touch. Good pinch from UKIS off the back of Lorty's shot, getting it over to the blue half. Backboard plays to the center line, and Oslan coming in from the center line of his own right. Could not get past Rizal in time. That's Baguette squad with a lead.
It is indeed. Brilliant little sub there from UKIS down to center. No one getting back in time for Underwater Squad. And we thought this could be Underwater Squad sort of like open and closed case, but Baguette Squad have used that last hour and a half wisely and really turned themselves around, but it's still so close.
Way too risky, in my opinion. Those back passes in towards that orange box. The backboard plays from UKIS. Also going to get whiffed out. Bilbo and Oslan going to try and find a breakaway, but Swooping and Rizal quickly able to respond. Dunk down here. Lorty barely holding a defensive as Rizal gets pushed out of the way, but now Lorty again needs to get and a counter-attack. Ukis open net as he beats the last man in. He whiffs
No.
it! The demo from Ocelot, and Lorty and Bilbo have bought a chance, but swooping and Visual quickly back into the box. And they are able to hold the defense pretty confidently, but they, again, need a breakaway. They need a counter-attack. It's Bilbo up. Ocelot trying to receive, but Ukis will beat him to the ball. Ocelot just couldn't get there in time. And Lorty and Bilbo again. Bilbo with a strike, swooping there with a save. Keeps it up high. Lorty in no position to go for the aerial, but neither is Ocelot. 10 seconds remain as he controls, trying to get it underneath Ukis. He is able to block it up, and control still comes through. Bilbo in, control out, trying to go for the zero angle, but it will be pushed out by Ukis. Lorty there with the receiver to try and keep this ball up and in contention for the moment. It's Bilbo. Now up again, Lorty out to the box, pushed away by Rizwal. The defensive hold strong and true for the Baguette, but the ball is still up for Underwater Squad. It's Lorty challenging that push away from Ukis. Finally might be able to keep it alive. Ooh. No, Ocelot keeps it going, but finally swooping, clears it over to the right-hand side. Oh, that took a while.
That was a good 0 second. Both teams following Rule 1 very well, but just you got to admire the and appreciate Underwater Squad keeping that up, but Baguette Squad just for closing it out. They were really pushing that ball and playing it clinically as that buzzer beater, making sure to just put the ball out wide, and they weren't risking anything. They weren't charging at the ball, playing it safe, and it's what you love to see. 1-0 to Baguette Squad here, Jay. Underwater Squad, I don't feel like they've got to improve much. It's just opportunities being struck, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like this is a much better performance from the Baguette Squad, and certainly, you know, like Underwater Squad have been not quite as linked up this time around, but Baguette Squad certainly have been, and you're seeing a lot more of the team style that we wanted to see from them. Of course, the first game going their way, so they can try and continue this presence here in the blue half. It's already a kickoff that will start striking back here. That ball's very, very dangerous for Ukis, but it will be pushed out of the way. Lorty, Ocelot, Bilbo, all three players inside that box, and you can see the unrelenting pressure that we know Underwater Squad for. Well, now it's coming out from the Baguette Squad. Ukis trying to pass back into the center line. No one is there to receive it, so the play out will be able to come through. Backball play from Ocelot and Lorty. Both players up though, and that's a very awkward set of touches that really, really messed up the offensive play.
The same one there for Bilbo, not being able to chase it on through above net. Lorty does well to get out of the side, and Bilbo being by Rizwal. This is harsh times. Baguette Squad just have so much pressure and so much boost, Jay. Notice this right now. Underwater Squad are playing with near to nothing. Bilbo doing well to get that to the corner, and it allows Ocelot to pick this up with boost as well.
Swimming over to the corner, play out towards that box. Rizwal will be able to take it high. Lorty trying to block it off here before it gets very high. No boost left for him though, and Rizwal can beat out his teammate in Ocelot. Coming forward, very predictable angle, but still waits for Bilbo. Great pass on the receive. Follow up from Bilbo, goes to the back ball. Going to be Lorty now to go in for the strike, but no, has got to go wide with it. Still a lot of boost here against the first player, beating him out. Rizwal off that sideboard now with a lekker boost. We're able to get some 100 pads in the midfield, but still control out for the Baguette Squad side. Ukis is the next man up to contest. Lorty up and over. Bilbo backing up. And Ocelot we forced to rotate all the same as well, because this looks like it's a lot of control for the Baguette Squad. Pinch backing off the backboard. Swipper's going to try and work with this. Awkward touch will keep it high, but it's directly in front, and no shot will go in the back of the net.
But good stuff from Lorty there, just to get the touch to move it off to the side will allow time for teammates to form through. But this setup coming through from Baguette Squad, where just one after the other they're covering the exit pass, is fantastic. Lorty finally will get back down to midfield, but Ukis is there. Well done to send it out wide, but it's breathing room for the Baguette Squad here, Jay. It's not for Underwater Squad. It's slowing down like that only helps the Baguette Squad to regain boost and go on another charge.
Oh, Rizwal just with the passive little follow through with the ball, not getting a touch in. Almost allowed Ukis there for the dunk down chance, but taken away and counter-attacked again by the Underwater Squad. But you can see how passive they're really getting into this orange half. They're not really going too far committed on this one. Very back passive in the blue half and still in the defensive, and that allows plenty of breathing room for Baguette to counter-attack, get the strike in, and get the first on the board just past half-time.
So many mistakes there from Underwater, and not just like the unfortunate whiffs from Ocelot, who had to get up really early, what with his boost, but like you said, that passiveness where they weren't chasing up the ball, and it just allowed Baguette squad to take the ball on in and then charge it downfield. Oh, into the post. Not allowed, and Ritual's going to do well to get this away.
Arsalan getting very unlucky in that one, and no follow-up from Bilbo as the 50-50s are good enough from the Baguette squad. Arsalan still trying to keep some presence and pressure. Drops that ball right in front of the net. Unfortunately, it will be teed away by the defensive forces of the Baguettes. It's Bilbo, Arsalan, and Lorty, all three players pushed up to this right-hand side of the orange offensive. Swooping will come forward and go in for the challenge. Arsalan up and challenging all the same. Visual back pass, that is on target, but it is a slow ball. So Lorty, get it out. Arsalan trying to receive it, but Visual beats him to the ball. So nice and efficient, so great on the passing plays, and the receiving strikes are looking pretty deadly from the Baguette. This is much more like the team I wanted to see in the last season. As Arsalan goes up, and that one is off the crossbar, followed through by him though. And finally, the Underwater squad will contest against the Baguettes.
Edge of your seat action there. Arsalan only just getting that above Yukis and chases it. Close as can be. Jay, complete contrast to that first game. 1-0 at 1:30 left. This is probably going to go straight on down to the wire.
Bilbo, flick up, pushed away by Swooping, but Arsalan coming in from long, taking it off the backboard. Trying to see if he can find a nice double tap of his own, right? A solo play that certainly would put his name back on the board. So if he hasn't done so already. Control out for the Underwater squad. Again, the Baguettes are going to get pressure against them. Ball into the center line. Bilbo with a strike. Two players on the double commit for the defense. No punishment, but Arsalan's still going to try and work with this. It's swooping up. Lorty able to block. Swoop into the backboard, Bilbo, beaten out by Swooping, but Yukis was wholeheartedly expecting that clear to come through. Rizal will try and contest and keep this one going. Demo in on Lorty's part. Bilbo up, Yukis with a block. Swooping will come forward and going this one off the corner board, back to the center line. Chance available for Yukis. It's going to be high follow-up from Rizal's blocked off by Lorty, and they hold the back line just about here.
Yeah, Rich won't be able to get on that, but Swooping can put it down center. It is all pressure coming out from Baguette squad. And you can see the defense, the rotations coming on out from Underwater squad is struggling a little bit. The Underwater lads just need to somehow get a bit of width about themselves. Maybe pass on out to a defender in the corner and then charge downfield that way. So at the moment where all they're doing is trying to hit and clear, they're not finding any way to get to some safety.
Nice block off, overtime secured by the Underwater squad back line. We're in overtime for game 2 for these boys. A lot of breathing room. See how much open space there is on that blue half. They've got to be really concerned about the defensive. Their striking force is looking good, but the defensive from Baguette is holding on. The counter-attacks are so easy to exploit. Arsalan back into the box, trying to work off something, but no backup. Bilbo does get here in the end, but it's way too late. Defensive players should get cleared out by Swooping and Rizal. Indeed, they do just that. Arsalan, control, trying to get it past the first man. He gets demoed out for his trouble, but Rizal follows through on the first one. Can't get it past the second. Yukis now here with midfield control. Got a little bit of boost. Lorty, no boost, gets that 100 at the midfield. Those going to leave it for Arsalan instead of boom it up here for Bilbo to receive the pass. He can beat the next man. This is a perfect play, but Arsalan's too far forward and Lorty just can't recover it. It looks so perfect, but one slight misstep will cost the Underwater squad.
And who's going to be the first one to get to this is Bilbo versus Swoop, and neither. 50-50s galore going on. And it's just going to be one hammer of a hit that could seal the deal. Rizal picking this one up. Gets into the air brilliantly. Now buys some time for the Baguettes to get onto that midfield line and once again put on that pressure that they're so good at doing.
Arsalan continuing to try and pepper this backboard. He's had so many shots in this game. 5 in total, higher than anyone on the board so far. It's Arsalan. He's going to be beaten out by Yukis and Swooping. Rizal take it over to the sideboard, working out of this corner, trying to challenge 50-50 on towards one man. Into the midfield where Swooping tries to take it even further, but the backboard defensive has looked so confident from the Underwater squad. They've not allowed anything to get set up here, I say that, and Rizal with a double tap almost gets it on target. Bilbo, back pass, that's on. Swooping just gets back to save it though. And Rizal can return to the blue half, try and get that pressure play
whip.
going, but look at Lorty and Bilbo leaving it for Ocelon, but Ocelon's nowhere to be seen. He strikes, eventually it's going to be too high. No opportunities available. Underwater Squad again, great breakaway chances, but a couple of small mistakes really costing them in that orange half.
That is it. It's the most minute things at the moment which are hurting Underwater Squad. And Baguette Squad, for me, Jay, it just feels like it's only time before they'll get the killer opportunity in front of the net. The ball will bounce. Ocelon doing good with the flip reset, but it needs to be cleared away, and Ridgewood puts on a brilliant 50-50.
Oh, and Yukis goes up with a strike, but it is going to be wide. It seemed like everybody from the Underwater Squad missed that ball, though, so it was a few inches to the right-hand side. That would have gone in. As it stands, though, approaching 3 minutes, and we are still yet to see the deciding goal at 1-1 here in Game 2 alone. Rizal with a boom back, and you can feel that any one of these strikes coming through from the Baguette Squad could be the one that ends things off. They've been looking so confident when it comes up to that blue half. And Ocelot and co just desperately trying to get their own pressure play going. It's a ball up here. Yukis trying to deny, but he takes it out to the left-hand side. So as soon as I say confidence, a little bit of a mistake coming through, but a bump in on Ocelot could open up a chance for Rizal. Bounce out to the corner. Again, that ball is going to be taken high, but nowhere near the center line. Rizal will try to put it there. Yukis here with a chance to dunk down, but no. Bilbo there with the defense.
Notice, Underwater Squad are so low on boost right now, they're going to struggle to get any power on the clearance. And they're lucky that Baguette Squad are a little bit too far back and not able to put on any more pressure. That was allowance given. Ocelot above net. Lorty's got to really sync this up. No. They're a little bit disjointed right now on the Water Squad, and you hate to see it.
Well, Ocelot don't want to beat out swooping, though. It seems like the Baguette Squad momentum has started to slow down. They're struggling to get their own confident touches here. A couple of center players are still not going to go well unpunished here from the Underwater Squad. Yukis takes this one off to the backboard. Bounce out to the center line. Chance to strike. No one's there to receive it. And Bilbo gets up Ocelot here towards the orange half. Bilbo tries to carry it forward. The demo's in, but swooping is still in the net. So no counter rotations. Oh, Lorty with a team bump.
No.
Oh my God, that's custom. Blaze it on the clock, and Baguette Squad do secure match points.
This... Oh, bad defensive rotations. Like, one of the first times I've seen from the Underwater Squad that you don't drive by each other, especially when the ball's there. You're trying to stay clear, you know, you jump out the way. Underwater Squad causing themselves trouble. Baguette Squad take those, you know, they're going to be quite happy because that's them moving on to a match point. Baguette Squad getting swept at the start of the day, Jay, and they could finish off the day with a sweep, which... role reversal.
That's just tragic. That truly is tragic for the Underwater Squad because, oh man, that cut off. Like again, if they were able to rotate in time and actually get Ocelot back there in the appropriate manner and in the appropriate moment, then he probably could have got a much more confident defensive on that particular front. But the fact that he didn't because of whatever the reason was, whatever reason that player was there for. Like Ocelot's just touch was very, very dire. And that again leaves them on match point. 2-0 for the Baguette Squad. And Underwater Squad have struggled. Lorty up and in. Bilbo trying his best, but 3 players do commit on the defense. And overall, the Baguette Squad can hold out for the first 15 seconds of Game 3.
Going to be a difficult one right now. Oh, in front of net, just not going to be able to chase up on that one. Lorty, Ocelot with the bounce out, looking to get the follow, and that is the center. No one going to be able to chase on to that one from the Underwater Squad. Definitely, though, this aggression coming from Underwater Squad and the pacing, more enjoyable, Jay.
Ball up to the sideboard here, and contention going to come through. Lorty trying to pinch it out. Rizal takes it up high off the backboard. Big miss from Bilbo, but Ocelot has his back. Much better EU defense being held out by the EU side of the Underwater Squad. Yukis, however, going to try and counter-attack. Pinch back in. Oh, it's pushed in by Bilbo! And that's the first scored by Baguette Squad. And now the backline really is crumbling now.
Unluckers. Bilbo not expecting that. Stops in front of net. And touched it into his own net. Baguette Squad 1-0 up. They've been granted a gift here, Jay. Let's not squalor it. They've got to look for a second goal. And of course, Underwater Squad, they're looking for redemption.
And now, just teeter-tattering away and out. Ball up into the midfield as they try and play keepaways on the part of Baguette Squad. It's Ukis playing it out to the center line once again. Lorty will boom back over to Bilbo. Swooping can take it over to the sideboard. Ocelon to try to find a way to work to the center line instead. After that right-hand side of the orange net, it's Swooping that does come forward to go to the left side of the blue net instead. Controlling, can still center this one up, and it will go so far with the danger box, but it is Lorty overall holds the defense. Not a lot of boost available for him. He's got to rely on his teammates as Rizal tries to bicycle back over. The ball in again. Very dangerous balls coming out from the Baguette Squad. They already scored that first one. With the pressure coming through, Underwater Squad really need to find a way to work back into that orange half. They are down by a single goal. In the next 2.5 minutes, that will be enough for Baguette Squad to win this series and a full-blown sweep.
Good little cut in there as well from Ukis, keeping this pressure going. And Baguette Squad, they're just forming up one after the other. They're trying to wear Underwater Squad down. Nice little drop in as well from Rizal. But they're looking solid in defense, Baguette Squad, right now, and these little touches, just pop it on out. They're comfortable, Jay, and that's a scary team to face, nearly with the drop.
Imagine if it had gone for that 50-50 and it went in. That would just be even better with Baguette Squad looking more confident than they ever have before. Ukis.
Good launch.
There's it right back down. Ball bounced in from the corner. Swooping is also here. Bilbo cuts it off. Ball in over to the sideboard. Rizal off the ceiling. Trying to go for the ceiling shot. But Ocelon able to take it away all the same. Bounce out from the midfield. Bilbo goes up 4 points to boost. Flick back past to Ocelon. But so many players in that backline defensive. No worries right now for the Baguette Squad. Lorty tries to get something set up for Bilbo, but the best he can do is take it back out to the corner. Ocelon next up the challenge. Booms it out to the right-hand side. That was going to go too wide anyway. But Swooping makes sure it goes the hell out of contention. Baguette Squad. This is so much different from the first match of the day where they look so disjointed against ARG. Now it's the polar opposite. They're the team that are looking confident. And the Underwater Squad on a serious back foot right now. A little over a minute on the clock. And we are still a goal up for the Baguette Squad. It can turn around at the drop of a dime, but Underwater Squad needs something big to come out now.
They really do. Time is just ticking away. And they're going to have to pull off the full reverse sweep if they want to take the win. That's a nice launch downfield. But Rizal will be able to pick that up, buy time with the dribble. He'll take it high. It's just natural for him to do that. And he's got the boost to be able to carry it. Elects not to. But again, nothing going in Underwater Squad's favor just because they're not stacking with each other. They're not passing to each other effectively. And notice that hit from Ocelon straight on out. Lorty has to get back in defense. And they're just not on the same wavelength right now on the Water Squad. They're panicked, they're frazzled.
Barely held on. The 30 seconds remaining is Bilbo needing to find some sort of confident clear, but he's barely getting the touches on the ball now. Ukis will try strike and punish against Ocelon, but Ocelon is able to block it. Rizal continuing this one off the backboard and leaving for a teammate, but pinch in from Lorty and Ocelon. Bilbo's demoed out though. They can't support any pressure towards the orange half, and 5 seconds remaining. Lorty with a back pass, taking this to the corner. Bilbo's got to get a second touch in, but Swooping's there, and no one is able to receive it. Ocelon and Lorty both backed off, and Baguette Squad will sweep the Underwater Squad. We said this would be easy for the Underwater Squad, but apparently we're very wrong on that particular front. 1 goal was all it needed, but Baguette Squad looked brilliant throughout the course of that series.
Yeah, I don't know what is the Baguette Squad's like prep talk. They're pep to keep on up. It definitely worked. Jam, you're watching that series from the sidelines, my dude. What do you think was the crucial thing that just got Baguette Squad the win there?
I'd say it's the overall drop in quality from Underwater Squad. The amount of times they misplayed, they whiffed, they brought the goal into their own net was just unforgivable. You can make that many mistakes and still expect to win the series. So as a result, 3-0, a sweep, and Baguette Squad just doing both in the same day, both getting swept and sweeping their opposition. And with that result, I think was the only way this could have gone. That unfortunate team bump to lose after 4.5 minutes of overtime, that's going to be showing to Underwater Squad in their nightmares.
And right now for them, of course, that puts them 2 wins and, if I am correct, 4 losses. So that puts them not in the best of places. Of course, they've still got a couple of games which they can take naturally. Like we said, next week, the Underwater Squad will have 2 games. There'll be RCD Espanol and ARG, which are possible wins for them. But right there against Baguette Squad, going into that matchup with that hype that they're bringing on in from the Vertex match, it should have been a win for them. And don't get me wrong, it was a close series, wasn't it, lads? But yeah, they just did not have that extra bit of gusto. For me, their aggression just was not linking up right. Their passing plays weren't as clinical as what we saw against Vertex.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I'm not sure if you can put that down to the fact that they were against Vertex versus against the
True.
Baguette Squad. I mean, there's an argument to be made there that, you know, the Baguette Squad are better than Vertex. But even so, with the amount of skill on show, with the players that were in this particular squad for the Underwater Squad, I genuinely believe that make mincemeat of these guys. And apparently, that is certainly not the case. You know, a very good showing again from the Baguette Squad after such a disastrous start against ARG earlier today. I think obviously it's a massive improvement and they can be happy with.
As yet another week of action ends, let's take a look at the standings for the Rival Series after another set of matches. Flamperzon still occupying that top spot after winning their series today against, something we wouldn't expect from them one way or the other against Team Echo Zulu. Of course, AS Monaco Esports sitting in the second spot with a 4-2. Tied with them are Discombobulators. Method also with a 4-2 result. Baguette Squad now occupying 5th spot with their 4-3 record. ARG 6th. And then in the relegation zone, it's RCD Espanol, Underwater Squad, Team Vertex, and Team Echo Zulu.
Lads, I've just been having a little look on that scoreboard on Wikipedia, and Wikipedia has it down as Echo Zulu are now guaranteed eliminated. I don't quote that as gospel, but I wouldn't be surprised after today's performance and they're on minus 10 games right now. It probably is bordering on that territory, considering that they've still got 2 games left to play, and they would have to win both of those and somehow get, I don't know, that's +6. I'd put them on -4 games, and it'd be 3-6. I reckon, yeah, it's about right. Echo Zulu eliminated already.
Yeah, I don't think they can surpass the likes of RCD Espanol or ARG at the moment, because obviously they've got 3 wins, so the best that they can get is around about 4 losses or so. So at this stage, that's it. That's it for Echo Zulu. It's over, unfortunately, which is kind of like a bit of an upsetting moment again, because these were the guys that sort of shined through during the DreamHack Leipzig tournament. This guy, a run that's lasted ever since that point. I feel like, again, in recent times, they have had some trouble relighting that spark. So to see them go out like this today, it's a bit of an unlucky turn of events there for the Echo Zulu side. I'm not sure about the specific mathematics. I have to go through that later. But I have my faith in the Wikipedia boys. And yeah, I can see this being, like I said earlier, it wasn't an impossible task to get back into the runnings. But in terms of realistic stances, it was very, very unlikely for Echo Zulu.
If you were just joining us, it's a little bit too late. We already finished all of our games. Baguette Squad lost to ARG earlier in the day. Underwater Squad swept Team Vertex. Team Echo Zulu dropped down to Flamperzon, and Underwater Squad just lost to Baguette Squad as well. Folks, any last thoughts about the matches as they unfolded about this day, and what you're looking for coming next week?
Tons of sweeps this week, so hopefully next week it's not the same. Only one series had an extra game to give us, and next week, where we have got, I'm just going to say it now, a wicked week coming up. We've got Method versus Flamperzon, Discombobulators against RCD Espanol, Underwater Squad against ARG. I'm looking forward to that one, but most of all, Method versus Discombobulators. Oh, next week is going to be so good here on the Rival Esports channel, isn't it, Jay?
Yeah, a lot of good matches and a very interesting week that needs to be won out by a lot of different teams. We go into the last couple of weeks of the league itself. Obviously, the playoffs as well to come forward later on down the road. There's a lot of action still to be seen in the Rival Series, and I'm just kind of excited for everything that's going to go down,
If you're still hungry for more Rocket League action, North American RLCS broadcast actually starting in about 13 minutes at twitch.tv/Rocket League. And then pre-show starting 30 minutes after that. So, but with that, from myself and our casters, Digital Bacon, the Eternal J, our producer Tractor, and our staff behind the scenes, we thank you for joining us for yet another thrilling evening of Rival Series action, and we'll see you next week.